Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for this week's blog, Women in the Workplace Isn't New. I wanted to share a few thoughts I have about women in the workplace. And when I was in the workplace, as I started my career, I had a lot of criticism thrown at me about wanting to promote within my area of expertise. And as I started to make decisions that affected my family, there were some women who thought, why are you doing this? Why are you, continuing to try to make it, get ahead? And as I see my daughter, running through the same things, and here it is, 30 years later, I really wanted to bring us back to our instruction manual, the Bible, where there were working women, there were career women in the New Testament, and two of those that I've highlighted this week in my blog is Susanna and Lydia. And Susanna is one of the women who traveled along with Jesus as he went from village to village, and not only did they help him in his ministry, but they also supported him financially, which I think is amazing in that day and time, that there were women who were actually traveling with Jesus and who were paying for that ministry as he and the apostles went and spread the good news. Later on, as we see Paul in his ministry, we see Lydia, who is a merchant in purple, and that was the big thing in the day. She was probably a wealthy woman, and she listens to Paul. She hears Paul. She hears the good news. She becomes a believer in Christ, and she invites Paul into her home, and she does that several times. And I can imagine that not only is she inviting Paul into her home, but all of his companions, paying for his meals, probably paying for part of his ministry. And I just want us to, as women, I think we need to support each other as we are in the workplace, and remember that, although sometimes it isn't popular, that someone has to be in the workforce to pay for ministries. And for me, I just want to, I've seen our views change a lot from the time that I was in my 30s to now, but I think that we still have a long way to go. So anyway, this week I want to tell all you women who are in the workforce, I appreciate everything you're doing. If you want to follow a career, you should. And I hope everyone joins me in that, celebrating the women who are in the workforce, who we love. Join me next week, and I will talk with you all soon. Love you all. Bye.